Okie dokie, we are live. Sorry for the hold up. Hold on, I gotta cut my light out. We gotta get comfortable. How is
Yes.
everybody doing? I know this is short notice, but we have so much to discuss. I want to thank everybody for joining me. I'd love to thank our wonderful co-host, Erin. She is hilarious. She is on point, and she is a Housewives aficionado of all franchises. I mean, her knowledge is encyclopedic, if that's a word, and it probably should be.
Thank you. I've also become a new furniture aficionado of the plastic chair kind. Just want you all to know.
Oh,
Recent,
she is our ally.
Yes.
She
I
is
think
my
we
friend.
all.
She is the first person that knew Pete died. That's how close we is. Like she is for us. She may not be by us, but she for us.
Yes. Yes. Like I
We
said,
had to
I'm
take
ready
it back
to.
to
Yes, exactly. No, I'm ready to make a selection for some plastic dining. You know what I mean? Some foldation because they are all purpose, just like those IKEA bags.
I mean, it's brought a new level to dinette sets. I mean, dinette sets ain't never gonna be the same. A card table will never be looked at the same. Every time we
No.
see a folding chair, we just gonna smile.
Yep. Truly.
But I want to start
Yes.
with Housewives. Now we are 13 episodes in. We've had 13 speak on it. We've had an interview with Nene Leakes.
Yes.
We are halfway through the 15th season. Group with Bougie is joining us. Oh God, yes. All right, it's the Auntie
There's
Hour.
my friends. Yes.
Aunties unite. Oh my goodness. So where after all that we've seen, halfway, and we can say we're halfway through the season.
Yes.
Actually, my first question, what are you looking forward to seeing hashed out at the reunion?
Drew's marriage. Honestly, that's what I'm like, I'm here for, like, let's get to the explosions. Because the rest to me, although, I enjoyed now I feel like it's getting good in the mess. It's kind of reminding me of the way that Orange County's messing around with Jen's relationship with the little, with the little gremlin, the douche canoe with the dick pic hat. Okay, that's what he is a douche canoe. So I like this messy, the beginning is lame, but the fact that you throw Ty into the lesbonics mix and the lickety splits, we just wondering, it makes it much more interesting.
I agree. Bougie, what do you think?
Well, I'm going to be honest with y'all. And hey, girl.
Hello.
Oh, wait, hon, you sound a little muffled.
Oh, wait a minute. How do I sound now?
There we go. Now you're coming in clear.
Now, I will say today is my birthday, so I'm.
Oh, my God. Happy birthday.
Child, the big
Happy birthday.
5'4". So
happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Broken Bougie.
Thank you. And hey, Lauren, you're new.
Hey.
The other three of us, we kind of go way back, like pandemic days. But anyway, I don't look at Atlanta. I kind of look at the reviews, Alex.
Ooh.
Because, honey, I can only deal with one season of Marlo. I couldn't. I just can't. So I do look at your reviews, so I kind of know what's going on. I call it, Real Housewives of Liars, throw the whole show away, start over, do like New York.
Oh.
I mean, even though I like Candy and Kenya, I'm just kind of to the point. You know what? Just start over.
Now that's interesting because if you like Kenya, then you want the show to stay around because I don't know what else Kenya gonna do.
Well, see. Let me tell you something about my girl Kenya, because we're in the same age group. See, Kenya has a business, not a business, a business. And see,
Okay.
and see, like I tell people, love her or hate her, the face card will never decline, and Kenya gonna always do something. She gonna do something. Shoot, she can have maybe she can appear on her. I can't even say he the ex-husband yet. So-called reality show that he's supposed to have. I really wish Kenya would have taken Phaedra's advice and just paid somebody, for a pizza and went to the sperm bank.
Ooh.
And I love Kenya. Don't get me wrong. I like her,
But listen, oh God, I will get strung up for this. But Kenya also had to go get an egg. Okay.
Say what?
Kenya had that baby at 48 years old, and respectfully, allegedly, and I quote that.
And hold on, I'm letting the women speak. You see, she has eggs, so I'm gonna let somebody with eggs speak. Notice I ain't said shit, but I'm gonna let her speak on it because she has eggs, so I want to hear all about it.
And I'm 44, and guess what? Those eggs are on their last legs. Eggs on the last legs. So listen. Okay.
But you know what?
So here's the deal. I'll just say this. They're typically doctors doing in vitro will not even allow you to harvest your eggs after a certain point. They're not even willing to do it. They say you have to work with a donor egg to have a high level of implantation for success, all of that. So I am not allegedly, I am not saying that is what Kenya did. However, that was why at the time speculated where she went and did what she did, and that they had to use a donor egg because of the age. Because once you're at a certain point, the the probability that there's even a doctor that will work with you, may be biologically superior, and maybe it is. And if so, please forgive me, Kenya. But I do not believe. I think they went down to the island area where he's from. Anyway, we'll stop there.
I will say,
and hold on, Vanessa, we're not saying that women can't get pregnant naturally in their 40s or 50s.
No.
It can happen.
Yes.
But in Kenya's case, it didn't seem that was the case. And so she's saying scientifically, if you go into a clinic at that age, you may not find a doctor that will work with you. Okay. I mean, like, I'm 40, like you just said you're 44. Like, these are the realities we're dealing with.
Now, one thing I will say to give a dissenting opinion, because ES, I ain't gonna use your real name, girl, because we go way back. We gonna keep it, we ain't gonna use the real names. Because I know your real name. And yes. Alex might like this comment. I will believe that Janet Jackson got a donor egg for Kenya. Because that little girl looks too much like Kenya and her dad. With Janet Jackson's son, they got to erase all the Negro out anyway.
I will say, now, Bougie, I will say this to your point. My mom wanted to be a singer. She ended up going into computer science, but I remember us having this conversation about, specifically, it was Anita Baker. I was like, why doesn't she come out with music anymore? Mm-hmm. And she said, she, wanted to have a kid. So she stopped doing music to have kids. And I was like, why would you have to, and this is like baby me, why would you have to stop singing to have kids? And she's like, that's a lot on your body to be on stage, to be touring all that time. And it takes a toll on you. So when you're, she's like, if you look, most women performers, when they have kids, you got to sit your ass down and have a kid. She's like, your body doesn't.
That's true. But I want to make sure to let everybody understand, we're not judging people if you have to do that. Just like Lisa Bell.
Absolutely not.
Kenya probably already could have had her eggs frozen, and did it. It's just, one thing I will say about Kenya, I will give her credit. She let us all into the process. See, I'm sick of people like J-Lo and Janet and all these other folk up here popping up, having these babies in late 40s and early 50s. Tell the truth. If you need some help, need some help, you know.
And listen, I nannied for Adrienne Barbeau, who nobody knows who that is, but she
Girl,
was
I do.
okay. She worked in
You better
Okay.
go somewhere, bitch. And here comes Mom.
Thank you. She worked with B. Arthur on a TV show called Maude. She worked on Swamp Show and Creep Thing. It's some horror movies with John Carpenter. She had twins at 52, and I was the nighttime nanny. Okay,
Oh, wow.
and yes, she did that with donor eggs. Like, so I'm not seeing the comments, but like, I don't want to be I don't want anybody to think that I am. Well, I mean, I apologize if that's how it came off, that I'm somehow egg shaming Kenya in any way. I just know it to be a much more common thing in the fertility world than, I think we're even talking about. It's much more common with a lot of women doing in vitro. Kenya, hopefully, I think probably found a donor that looks like her, but that's the beauty about modern technology. Kenya carry that baby. Kenya grew that baby. This baby would not be here without Kenya growing her. Yeah. And that's the beautiful part about experiencing motherhood, is it doesn't matter how you get there. Either way, when they put that baby in your arms, you're a mom, But I find it interesting now that Kenya still wants to use some of the embryos that she has with Mark, because Mark is like holding her in contempt of court because of Marlo. And her storyline is, I want to have one more.
Okay. So, Lauren, I don't know if you're a mom. But
no, I'm not.
Okay. This is the thing I can't understand. Between Kenya and, that girl who's head every week.
Oh, wait, hold on. Bougie, you got an echo.
Oh,
I think Lauren might. Do you have it on? Do you still have it on YouTube?
No, I think that was just from Bougie's side.
Oh.
Okay. Am I echoing now?
Okay, now you're good.
Okay. I don't understand this thing that you want your kids to have the same ain't shit father. Can somebody help me out with this? It's all
about pride.
You might be able to shed some light.
Okay.
Now, Kenya is...
And Khloe Kardashian. I don't
56 and single. I'm 40 and single, so I ain't one either. So just so we clear, I could see her being like, you know what? I'm a stick with the devil I know, with the loser I already have to deal with. That way they can grow up with a shared experience rather than one having a good father and one not.
That's
I'm going to be a little controversial here. Kenya gives me, she wants her baby to have quote unquote good hair, if you know what I mean. So she's going to stick with the dude that can give her her desired features in children, similar to Khloe Kardashian. She wants her biracial accessories. So she's going to keep squeezing children out of Tristan, no matter how often he embarrasses her and her family.
And then also the kids would be natural siblings, same parents. Like, I can understand why she's like, I already got it fertilized, just gotta, get it.
That's what I would have done. That's what I would have done.
Oh, now, okay.
I'm just saying, because that's my situation. If if my kid had a sibling, trust me, the shit's matching is kind of, you weigh your options when you get to a certain point.
Yes.
You make pragmatic decisions.
It's weighing your options. It's picking your poison. Because too, I would say this, if I had Kenya's luck and I look at my luck, I'd be like, nah, I'm going to go and stick with the devil I know. I'm going, I already got the embryo. I already got it on.
She's already got the embryos.
But I mean, you
just pop that sucker out in the microwave and call it a damn day. And then too, I'm giving the same spiel to a different kid rather than, now I've got a new ass in my life who's going to try and make things horrible in a whole new and inventive way. I will never forget Lady Olenna in Game of Thrones said the one thing that messed me up with Cersei Lannister is I lacked imagination.
Or you also don't want to spend a bunch of money to get more eggs, get another donor, make more embryos, and do the whole process again, when that cuts a hell of a lot of costs if you use part of the stock that's already there.
Yep.
And it
Good
would
wife
make
said.
you, and it would make you seriously consider, especially if it took that much time, energy, and investment, that it would be a lot more attractive to just deal with the devil, like Good Life says, the devil she knows, and just get another, because she knows it's going to be cute. This one's already cute. They made some cute ones, adorable little manners and everything, so cute.
And the girls will have the same father and the same father experience. If he ain't gonna be there, they'll both have absentee fathers.
But how about you just be quiet and don't say anything? I just wanted to see somebody to chat. Jennifer the Block 17. No, Naomi Campbell didn't give birth. She did a surrogate.
Yes, with both of them.
Yeah, I think somebody in the comments didn't realize that Naomi Campbell. I guess they thought maybe.
Oh yeah, and I think Naomi. Honestly, I think Naomi froze her eggs a while ago.
Yeah, I think she did.
She got money like that. I think Naomi froze her eggs and was prepared for this for a while.
Yeah,
and that's not that it matters. It's just if you have the money and resources, it's a lot easier to do this.
And we never know who can carry children and who can't.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I think Kenya's just saying that for a storyline, because you have another baby with Mark, he's gonna want more money from you.
You know what? Not if it's from an embryo. If they are divorced and she does it after the divorce, it may not be the same, because those embryos may have been purchased. Remember, we haven't seen marriage certificate to first. Let the record show. I'm gonna throw my hat in the air. Where's the marriage certificate?
Well, see, I'm thinking they have to get married, because there's no point of you going through all this drama with the divorce court. But remember, with these embryos, remember Sofia Vergara?
But that was just suing because he didn't want them destroyed. It wasn't about child support.
Oh, I think he wanted to have them so he could get her for child support, because she blew up for multi-millions. But honestly, I think I remember hearing, chat, correct me if I'm wrong, Kenya won the embryos in the divorce. But I think what she wants is to get him to agree to just let her use it and be like, look, I won't charge you for child support. I know I'm fully committed to this one. You're not on the hook for that. I mean, I don't see that going well, considering he's suing her for contempt with Marlo Hampton, and there's all kinds of issues. But it seems like at the time that they were filming, that was what she was saying. Now, we all know that Kenya's absolutely not above using some of this for a plot line. I do think that's part of it as well. But like, I can understand. I mean, she's basically saying, I'm trying to convince Mark to let me use another one of our embryos so that Brooklyn has a sibling and for him to not have a problem.
I'm honestly so tired of Kenya's storyline, and I kind of just like going back to earlier in the conversation.
Lauren, I have a question for you. Can you describe to me? Oh yeah, you have an echo.
Oh, I do?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh. Okay. What about now?
There we go.
Second.
Now I need you. Wait, there it is.
It's still there?
Yep.
Hold on, give me one. What about now?
And nope, I
Better?
can't hear me. There we go. Wonderful.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's no problem. We go through little issues like that. This is live. We having fun. This is a fun shimmy and shake. It's the auntie hour. We all little Luddite over here. Ain't no issue.
Oh, yes.
But I want you to describe to me Kenya's plot line, because I don't know what it is. And since you do, I want you to clue me in.
So I mean, I definitely do agree that there is a lack thereof when it comes to her storyline on the show, and she really is just kind of latching on to whatever the hot ticket is, during the season, and just sinking her teeth in wherever. But what I was referring to was this storyline of her always, dropping men like she just picked a hot boiled egg out the pot, like she can barely handle them. And it's just like, oh my goodness, we get it. You can't keep a man. We understand your love life is a mess. It hasn't evolved or hasn't evolved in an interesting way. It's just horrible experience after horrible experience.
But that's real dating.
But after a while, it's like,
Yes, it
it
is.
can't just be all your partners. Like, after a while, you have to
It
sit down and
can.
say, it
It
is me.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's a whole get on TikTok. There's a whole bunch of women out there that's like,
I mean,
no,
I'm only 27, so maybe I just haven't, experienced
Oh,
that.
baby girl, and you are not Taylor Swift. You
living,
are not. No, you are
Keep
not
living.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, but
Mm-mm.
Lauren,
No.
but see,
No.
Kenya still has those deep issues of being unwanted. Like, I think subconsciously she feels that she doesn't deserve a good man. I think she said she was engaged like several times, and this thing with her mother, nobody really in that family dealt with it. They just kind of, oh, your mother doesn't want to talk to you, even though you're in the same room. Like, they kind of like
That's such a deep wound.
yes.
Such a deep one. And I also think, like, if you look at even the way that Mark treated Kenya on the season that they were supposedly together, you can see that unfortunately she has not sorted out her self-worth issues, because she got a good-looking man that liked to play some game, maybe did some love bombing, whatever. But it was clear that, like, we had a narcissist. I don't want to say empath, because I mean, whatever. Kenya's a mixed bag, but it was a combo of a situation where it was very clear from the jump that man was not nice to her ever. Maybe in the beginning.
Yeah, I just want to say something right quick that's making me laugh. Ashley Nicole, please get off of Al Gore's internet, because I was thinking the same thing. She has, is that Tamar in the top left corner? I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, yes. Didn't you know? Listen.
Ashley Nicole, you are hilarious. I was sitting here thinking the same thing. Why is Tamar up here on the chat? But anyway, go ahead, girl.
That no, I was just gonna say, like, it's just very clear that, like, Kenya, and I can't even claim to know, like, that level of weird dissociation that her mother has. That's like sociopathic almost. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I can only imagine what that's done. And even like what Kenya described of, like, running away from her dad, and like a lot, there's a lot there. And so, I'm just honestly, no matter what I think about Kenya, I'm happy for her that she has a daughter, because it looks like that's a true love and a joy that, like, no matter what, I'm like, I enjoy that for her, and I enjoy seeing that. So as much stuff as I talked about the biology of privilege and who can carry and eggs and donors and all of these things, ultimately, I'm very, really, really happy for Kenya that she got to carry her daughter and be an experienced motherhood at this level, because I'm sure that it's healing a wound in her that only Brooklyn can solve. Only Brooklyn can heal. Yeah, and I get
that's
that.
another thing.
Yeah,
I hope that she does not put her negative experiences on her daughter, because you can unconsciously do that. I don't want her daughter.
And her daddy's an ass, so, like, she's gonna already have that to deal with. She's got to deal with the fact that her father is a bona fide asshat.
True, and see, that's where I'm kind of on the. When I said, you said bona fide asshat. That's why I'm trying to throw the whole show away, and, like, maybe just get new people, because that's one reason why I'm liking the new New York, because it's kind of silly. It's not as dark.
I'm enjoying that fresh start more than I ever thought I would. I'm shocked. I'm enjoying that fresh little start. New York, I even didn't watch right away, because I was like, I don't know. I'm like, but I'm enjoying that fresh little start. It's like a nice starter salad.
I think I'm ready for reality TV to make its way out of Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta-based reality TV has just ran its course. I'm honestly not even interested in seeing a new crop of, like, young, fresh ladies in Atlanta, similar to, the New York revamp. I just think Atlanta's done. The storylines to me, like,
yeah, you're right, Lauren.
I feel like Candy's story has ran its course. Like, what else is there left to
Cynthia
give?
low-key on Speak On It, Cynthia low-key said that. Like, she said, maybe some of the ladies feel like you've outgrown the show. And it was like, no, Cynthia, you feel like Candy's outgrown the show. And in a little, I feel like we need Candy because she's the only one that's actually successful. She's the only one with actual money on the show. Everybody else is, check.
He also said she brings an ensemble.
They some big checks, but they check.
But she also brings an ensemble. And I respect the ensemble she brings. Remember, she said, I bring Don Juan, I bring my mama, I bring my aunties, I bring
it should
Todd.
be about her. I don't think that it should be about who. I think you should be, as a cast member, you should be interesting on your own. You shouldn't have to bring a gang of people.
Wait, now hold on. Everybody brings something different to the soup. Everybody can't be a Nene. Everybody can't be cayenne pepper, or otherwise all you have is a bowl of hot cayenne pepper. We need the Cynthias. We need the Candies. We need the people that are a little more mellow. We need a Rob Dixon that's a little more boring or a little more sneaky. We need these people to balance out a Giselle. You can't have Giselle without Rob. Otherwise, it's just too fucking much, as we saw on Girls Trip.
But I just don't feel like Candy's interesting enough to ground the show, to be the centerpiece. I think that if you do want to, have that person, they should be able to, stand alone and then have the supporting cast make the show interesting. I don't know.
I feel like we had that though. They did that. And I feel like this way is actually working a little better, because I feel like we had that when Nene was Center Peach, when the show revolved around Nene. Shout out to my Nene Blue Nails.
But Alex,
I just feel like it's a supporting cast member being positioned as someone to ground the show, and then having more supporting cast around her, and it's making it boring.
Well, I think the other thing, Lauren, like you said, you are 27. So, you were probably a little bit younger when reality TV was, really out there. I think the problem with Atlanta and a lot of these shows, they've been out so long that people come on and it's not fresh. It's not new. They kind of know what they want to do. I met Nene Leakes years ago after the first season at some party. Okay. She was cool. She was funny. She was down to earth. Lovely. And the stardom went to her head. And now when you look at these shows, even when we were talking about New York, some of the characters on there, you're sitting here going, okay, you're trying to make a big deal out of an article of food. You're trying to make a big deal about lying about going to a restaurant. It's kind of like the formula is just tired and stale. But see, the thing about Candy was smart. Candy got all her friends and family up on the show. So she always had something going. Remember, Nene didn't really show her family. You didn't really know that much about her sons when I think Phaedra tried to get with her cousins and sisters and stuff.
We didn't need to. We didn't need to know about, anybody else. Nene was enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I enjoy Mama Joyce in that crazy wig. I enjoy the aunties. I actually enjoy, and I'm glad that somebody can, and I'm sorry, but I'm still appreciative of the Divas Bravo little show with SWV and Escape. And that was from Candy too. I appreciate the multifaceted, because that was the mess. And I enjoyed that. It was fun.
Them right? Scott sisters.
Goddamn. Thank you very much. I don't want to be Ariana and her ugly ass man choices these days, but thank you very much. That was good. So I agree with you. If it were an ensemble of people that needed supporting characters, then sure, that you should be enough on your own. But I think that the beauty is if you come with some characters in your family, remember on Miami, like, oh my God, I'm blanking on her name. Is it Marisol and her big face mama? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We enjoy. If you have a quirky family member, you bring them on. I am here for it. I am here for it. I need some extra flavors. I need you to have a kooky mama, maybe like a crazy, those things. Ooh, hey, Real Housewives. I am here for a new franchise to give me something. I don't know. I mean, like, I don't feel qualified to say Atlanta is too tired to do something like that. It wouldn't be capable of a spinoff, but like, I do feel like I could I do feel like the new New York spinoff feels fresh,
Right.
and I'm curious to see what a fresh Atlanta would look like.
The thing,
if it's even there.
That's the thing. I feel like everybody in Atlanta who wants to be on reality TV has auditioned at least twice, has been on some form of reality or another, has shot a pilot. Like, there's no, like, the New York girls are fresh, but there's a level of professionalism that I feel like you expect out of a New York and out of a Beverly Hills that I feel like we got like a bit more like real fresh when Potomac started. Like, those girls were not camera ready.
Giselle, no
and that's
bangs.
what I think that Lauren is
long
thinking, that we can't find in Atlanta anymore. We can't find any girls that, aren't camera ready. Everybody's got their 27 Ps, their makeup done, their Instagram followers, the Louboutin. They've got their shoe person who brings their shoe, because when you Atlanta, you got to be so bougie. And it's. I feel like I see what you're saying, where like Atlanta is kind of played out. Like, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, it was its heyday, but then it got oversaturated. And then every reality show with Black people had to be in the ATL, where it's like, we've seen every shot of the city. The only thing we haven't done, we haven't seen is colonoscopy. Like, we haven't seen the sewers yet. And I'm sure that's true.
I think like even Married to Medicine, they had like gone on the same they gone to their trips. I forget where it was, but they went to the same place as the Housewives. And I'm just like, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
like,
I remember. I was like, they got a group rate. Yeah. They got a group rate. They booked a block of hotel rooms, and they got a
Don't do that. And don't anybody else go to Portugal. Like, I'm partially Portuguese.
On the
don't go. No. Nobody else. Yeah, don't go to another cheap ass European country in the off season. Nobody else have a sound bath either, for God's sake. Like,
no, here's the thing. It was goat yoga 2 seasons ago. Yeah. Now it's sound baths. And then it's like, come on, like, they need to get all their productions to have a meeting where it's like, okay, look, if we're gonna do sound baths, you can't do sound baths, because every season,
like, this trend is tired.
And then we're gonna go to a retreat and have a sound bath.
Let's stop exploiting like stupid bohemian white folks that think they're trying to appropriate. Like, it's a tired bit. Let's find something else to make fun of, okay? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just feels like everybody like wears out a trope. Find a new one.
Ooh, bubblegum corner. There we go. Why don't they go to Monaco if they're rich? I want to see them go somewhere rich.
Monte Carlo. Show me in the season.
Whenever they go to Tokyo, they're there for a day.
Can you get on a boat? I mean, I'd rather see you do a collab with Below Deck, like Cynthia did.
I was about to say, that would be great.
Do it. Give me that. Do a Bravo crossover. Make it happen. Because those boats are luxurious, and those housewives will act a fool, and you could get a double dip. Let's do a multiverse like Marvel, please. Because it's time. Because in part to Lauren's point and to Bougie's, we are hitting a point where the old formula is getting worn out, and we're looking at the wear and tear of what that looks like with veteran housewives, with tired storylines, with manufactured friendships, with bringing the drama where you can clearly tell people are acting. It's contrived. It ain't working. Mix it all up. That's why we love Girls Trip, right? So put some bitches on Below Deck. Give me some crossover here. Let's play.
And girls, really, they are messing up. Well, you know what?
Nobody else is gonna
Trip,
touch anybody's
20%.
coochie like Brandy. Let's go. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
On girls trip, I'm sure they could get a below deck boat and just put them heifers on it.
Easily.
But since you brought up some of the other housewives, let's shift gears and talk about Bethenny Ankle.
Oh,
and her
man.
left.
That's what I told my mama you called Bethenny an ankle, and she hollered. I'm just telling you. Okay. You got a Martha Stewart esque white woman to just like she does look like a bony ankle. An elbow joint.
I'm not mad at Bethenny.
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not mad at her because of course, unlike other people, of course she's gonna have something in it for her. But you know what she's doing, she's getting a lot of press and promo, as Alex says, and she's a business person. So she's gonna look like the hero. See, like for example, talking about Moose. See, if Moose didn't have all that insecurity and talking about
hold on. My ankle looking like Kenya's knee. Now that's embarrassing, but I gotta call myself out. But it still looks like Bethany's face.
Ooh, there's a net. Listen,
she look just like Kenya's knee. Look just like Kenya's knee. I'm
the hollow. Oh no, it's like every hollow is like an armpit, a deep one on
you
her.
Forgot the ash.
Bethenny has a point, but what I'm tired, especially of black people talking about, well, they had Bethenny back on the show several times. They didn't have Nene. Bethenny did not sue Bravo Network.
That's the thing.
They were racist.
And said they were, and like you said, they were racist.
During the most intense race movement we've had since the civil rights.
And
okay, let's just be real about it.
Uncle Ruckus, I was like, yeah, everything was cool when you was that bitch. If you want to talk about racism, you should have been talking about it in the second, third, fourth, fifth season of Real Housewives of Atlanta when you was that bitch and you were out there and got a whole bunch of people behind you and everything. But it's like, no, she is the worst kind of Negro. Okay. Nene want to be black when when it's convenient. And if you don't believe me, look at that blonde hair weave and that light makeup. Ooh. She thinks that she could be on the level of white women at Bravo, and you're not.
You just can't sue. You can't get litigious no matter who you are. You get litigious and you are drawing a line in the sand to corporate America, to the studios, right? You are claiming racism on that level. And please, I will mute myself again because that part is not for me to judge. However, litigiousness is a choice to kill a relationship.
Right.
It's just that's what it is, regardless. And if you're comfortable with that because of the trauma you've endured and you believe in that enough, I am here to back you 100%. And I have no doubt Nene experienced racism. I'm sure. That part. But I guess the entertainment game, and I have a baby daddy that has a production company, and I've been adjacent to the game, and I live in Long Beach right next to Hollywood. I'm saying this truthfully. If you are not willing to endure the fact that the entertainment industry is not free of predators, exploiters, and bullshit, please stay clear of it. Please don't come here to get a job because it still has too many people that's what you have to navigate in order to make it. The spoils, the outcome, the adoration, all of the positives outweigh the traumas for most people and not all. And we've all seen the train wrecks. But legit, the thing that isn't going to change is that you will be exploited and you will experience things that challenge you to your core. You get a lawyer and you do what Nene did and you've declared war. Period.
Yeah. And see, the thing is, like I say about Bethenny Frankel, they use
she looks like she's getting ready to get litigious, though. Bethenny seems like she's amassing an army like fucking Lord of the Rings. Did you see that cease and desist? Or the Don't Destroy?
Bethenny doesn't want to go back on Bravo. Bethenny is...
I don't think so, no.
I think that she doesn't want to go back to it. She wants to be her own boss. She's, flipped houses. She's got some FU money. She's got some FU money where she's fine. She's amassed her war chest. I'm sure Nene is also financially fine, but
I don't know.
I don't know, Alex.
I would say that she's probably not as okay as Bethenny, but here's the thing.
Nowhere near.
Bethenny planned her escape. She already had like her other reality shows in the fire. She had her, but most importantly, she was flipping houses in the Hamptons. Bethenny's
a scrappy little asshole. She's gonna make it. She's a scrappy little asshole. That's what she is. When she was peddling those skinny girl cookies in the fucking grocery store, we knew what time of day it was for that extra hyper New Yorker. Like, that woman will make it. She's a New York scrap, and that's why most people liked her, right? As long as they did. Right now, I find her just so obnoxious, as some people might find me, but that's okay. So, like, no, but I find it like but I do feel like her YouTube channel is feeding her own ego enough that she's decided to battle Bravo. She's decided to be the David and Goliath. She got over 50 people to sign for this NBC Universal Do Not Destroy intention to, it's basically civil litigation to let NBC Universal know we may file a lawsuit in the future. Do not destroy anything. And I feel like Bethenny's trying to figure out whether or not she really wants to take this shit on. And it's because I think
this could be her new her new claim to fame and her new way in as a reality show producer, because she wants to be a producer. She wants to be more powerful than an Andy Cohen. Nene just wants to be the queen of Real Housewives. The queen of Atlanta. Bethenny wants to be the queen of Real Housewives. Bethenny wants her own franchises. And this would be a way for her to say, you know what, if I won't feel the warmth of the village, then I'll burn it down.
That's what I feel like it is.
To thin the herd. And then, like, if she's able to take out Bravo like this at the ankles, and she's wrapping up, and I noticed
she is an ankle,
wrapping up all of their ankle to ankle. You're right.
She could replace it, take them out, and replace herself.
She's like, I want them to mess up their past content so that way I can be the new guy on the field with the new reality shows that people are watching that are made fairly. She's trying to do organic reality shows. This helps. Reality. Now, that's white people. That is peak onky hay.
See, she's played the long game. I think she's thought about this a long time ago. She was waiting for the right opportunity, and this writer's strike, which means they're going to really lean on reality, is the perfect time to present the case. As I said, I'm not mad at it.
And the truth is, they should be getting residuals. I mean, when you think about how much the production companies are making off of those old episodes, those old seasons that people are still watching, I tell you.
Yeah, see, they're cut out of streaming.
Well, and I agree with you. And honestly, if Bethenny takes up this sword, this challenge, this issue, I'm here for it. The problem is that I've already seen this. Bethenny's a fucking hypocrite, and she has been from the jump. Like, she was doing all of these skincare reviews on TikTok and trashing all these brands, and then she's like, and we're gonna be coming out with my skincare line full of good stuff, whatever. And I'm like, you always have an angle, bitch. If you look at some of the contracts she has offered, she has tried to have several shows, and she had one called Mommy Mafia, and like, that woman on TikTok posted pics of the contract that Bethenny's production company offered her. It was more exploitive than Bravo itself. So I feel like this whole fair trade shit is Bethenny's brand new warhorse that she's decided that'll go with her little new chariot, because the woman is a scrappy little asshole and a business person and will always. Now, if she... Listen, I'm never going to forget. She's also, what is her charity that has done massive amounts of relief? Thank you. Yeah. Like, you're not a complete like lost cause here. I do think that her little ivory tower has made her a little too arrogant, a little too aggro, a little too a lot of things. But it's like I would love to see that channeled into kind of bringing it back to something good, because I don't want to believe that the only thing Bethenny is a scrappy little asshole, and that's what it looks like right now. I'd really like to think that she's more the Bethenny that like I actually really enjoyed, that I was like, you have some serious balls to sell nasty cookies in a grocery store in New York, but like you also sold your brand for over $100 million, and like fuck, that's admirable, really and truly.
I think that the old Bethenny is long and gone.
That's what I'm worried about.
She is more. I agree with Alex in that she definitely has her eye on like the prize, even with her persona on YouTube and TikTok. She's really tried to position herself as this average, real, down to earth person who gives honest reviews about about expensive products, and it's like you don't need to spend money on this. So she's really trying to position herself as the people's princess, when in actuality she wants to be big business, and it's very strategic. I got to give it to her. She is business savvy, and that is one fault. That's I think that's Nene's greatest fault. Nene is too focused on being famous and being Nene, and she didn't really have that same business foresight, and that is why she's out here now doing interviews with Carlos King instead of building an empire somewhere.
Laziness. She and Sheree are just straight lazy.
Sheree is the biggest housewife or Bravo celebrity to cross our television screens. The fact that we've known Sheree for how many years, and till this day she still has nothing to show for it. It's embarrassing. It's honestly embarrassing. Like, I've never seen someone suffer from such delusions of grandeur.
Lauren, I'll tell you the issue with Sheree and Nene. See, their problem is, and I guess I could say this, see, as my aunt used to say, you got to step your pussy game up and translate it into business. They actually just thought because they could lay on their back that the money was all just like Kim Zolciak. The money's just gonna keep rolling in. I mean, I think about all the opportunities that both of these women had. I mean, Nene had the swag boutique and she shut it down. Sheree, still, you finally come out with your stuff, and then it's some Chinese mess. It's like, come on,
Right. It's embarrassing. I just feel like they were just too enamored by their new celebrity status, and they just thought, this gravy train is never going to run dry. That is why Sheree embarrasses herself by literally letting Bravo wring her out like a towel whenever they feel like the season is dry and they need to spice it up. And it's like, are you not embarrassed that you are literally like the most fired housewife ever, but you still somehow keep showing up? Like, ooh, girl, be serious. Be serious.
That was brutal. Ooh. Sorry. The most shots. Ooh. That was impressive.
He even said that about how you gonna talk smack to me and you been Lauren 100% right. I look at Sheree and I'm like, you're a fitness girl. You, Kenya and Phaedra put out fitness DVDs. Sheree never did.
Embarrassing.
I look at Sheree and I'm mad at her for fucking with her face. That's what
Sheree thinks that she's slick, secretly getting work done. I remember, I don't know if she was wearing a crop top or something, but like I never realized that she had become so like tattooed, and her tattoos give I'm trying to hide surgery scars. And it's just like, girl, what are you doing? You're in your 50s. Like, I mean, I get everyone, once you get to a certain age and, you want to spruce things up a bit, it's like, Sheree, like, what are you doing back there? And How are you financing all of this?
I'm just mad that she changed how she looked. I didn't realize how much I thought Sheree looked just fine until she changed it. I'm just upset. I'm like, I don't want to get used to another face. That's all.
Oh, Lauren, Sheree was getting that money from Tyrone.
Tyrone?
Yeah.
Where was
You better
Tyrone getting that
call.
money?
Why do you think?
Where?
Why would a black woman in Atlanta on a popular reality show sit on her goddamn stairs every week and talk to a fool in jail for over?
Very true.
See, Tyrone did some white collar crime. Yes.
I don't know. I got the sense that Sheree got herself into a real dumb, like, emotional relationship where she enjoyed talking. She enjoyed the attention. I think he provided the, like, prison boo, like, I'm all about your situation. Like, when we talk, I'm listening, I'm invested, and, like, I care about everything that's going on. And, like, she really enjoyed the attention. Because I don't know what's up with Sheree, but I don't believe that Martell's her boyfriend neither.
Oh, child, look, that's dumb and dumb.
I mean, we know.
Sheree with a man. Sheree with a man.
Do you think they're like humping around though? Like
sexual.
Oh my goodness.
Objection. T. Rob the Throb. I just don't see Sheree with someone with male genitalia.
I can't see Sheree with any genitalia.
You think Sheree's asexual?
No, I think that Sheree likes
Right. You think
I can
Sheree
see
is
Sheree. I feel like Sheree don't want everybody to know about her lesbonics. But I think that Sheree enjoys her lady time in the lady pond, scissoring with her sisters in a circle. I mean, I'm sorry, Dr. Jackie spent all day looking up cooch, and we gonna act like maybe now Simone honestly gives me a pillow princess. She gives me I'll touch you not. Simone gives me she just gonna lay back. I feel like Simone laying back, Jackie doing the work.
Oh my God.
Totally.
Jackie's conducting the exam.
Exactly. I mean, I'm sorry. Why would Simone be with Cecil Kids Force?
Because that's a Morehouse man. That's why.
Wait, what? Wait, we switched to another franchise, right? And we just flop right back. I was like, I don't even remember where we went to, and we crawled on back.
Well, no, you mentioned Martell, and I was just like, I ain't buying that storyline. And ain't nobody watching
not
this
even
no
for
more. Carlos King, why is no one watching your shows? Like Love and Marriage, who's watching Love and Marriage Detroit?
I told you this offline. I told you this. I hate their intermittent breaks. It's not like fasting. It doesn't do a body good. You can't go with
I'm watching Detroit.
No, ma'am. Nope. Sorry.
Over at OWN is approving this. Like, why
These
are they
weird
allowing
ass
all of
breaks?
these shows?
Because of the ratings.
Oh my goodness.
The shows get high rating. Now, Bondi Blue calls it the Oppressed Women's Network.
I mean, is she lying?
One of her lives, the Oppressed Women's Network.
I've literally
never opened on one no more. So
I've yet to see a happy, loving Black family couple on the OWN network. I've yet to see one.
Well, let me tell you, Lauren, on Bell Collective, and that's a whole nother hot mess. These dumb ass Black women sitting up here calling themselves damn Southern Bells when them the damn bitches that enslaved us and beat. Oh, it just gets on my nerves. Akeisha and her husband.
They're eating that salsa.
They're a happy couple on the Bell Collective show. They're about the only one. But just to point that a Black woman sat up here and pitched a show. Now I don't know if Letitia titled it Bell Collective, but you are a Black woman living in Mississippi, okay? And yeah, I'm gonna talk about Mississippi because I'm from South Carolina, and we have a saying: we might be 49, but at least we ain't 50. Anyway,
oh goodness!
Wow.
Anyway, and you talk about you're a Belle, you're Black, you're not a Belle, you're not a Southern Belle. And see, that is a show that girl pitched to Carlos, and he loves it. Somebody asked Carlos King, was your daddy disrespectful to your mama? Because it seems that on all these shows, all these Black men are going backwards. I'm sorry.
It's very Tyler Perry-ish. Very Tyler Perry-ish.
And you're right, Lauren, because remember, Tyler Perry had a very jacked up relationship with the man that he found out later wasn't even his real daddy.
And that's a whole other, that's a
and Black
sidecar
women
of
on
issues.
all of his shows and movies have been suffering because of it.
Like I say, it's something going on. It's something going on with suffer. I don't call him Carlos King. I call him suffering succotash. But
I call him copycat brand.
I hear you, girl. It's
I call him copycat brand, just like Sonia Morgan tried to do that. What was it? Wasn't Skinny Girl? What was that?
Parasite brand.
Parasite brand with that wine that she tried to do. That was like Bethenny's Skinny Girl brand.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Martell tried to do wine too. That incest wine. So
yes. I was like, what are you doing with the name? No offense. I'm not trying to disrespect your legacy, but that name,
incest wine.
Yeah. Ines, whatever. It was too close. It just looked like incest wine, sweet red wine. You're like, that's disgusting. That's a whole B.C. Andrews book right there.
Slapping the label on some wine. And I'm
flowers in the attic.
What's up
no,
you?
It's gross.
Disrespecting your grandmama name. Your grandmama. Everybody call it incest.
Yeah, everybody's like, that didn't work.
How you gonna promote wine when your mama is a whole ass alcoholic? And I'm not shading her because she needs help.
Ooh, Lord.
Mommy's an alcoholic. And I wish she gets some help. Allegedly, I'm sorry, boo. Because
allegedly. Hey, but we tumbled down the stairs of truth, I feel like, just now, and we ended up at the bottom unscathed.
True. Very true.
Maybe a little winded.
But like I said, with the exception of Akeisha, which he can't really touch her because she has money and she has legacy and history. Like you said, Lauren, all the Black women on his shows got issues, and he is sitting up here perpetuating this thing of these women that they so male identified till it's sickening.
Oh my god!
And I'm gonna quote this other YouTuber, Erica De Niro. I love her.
Shout out, yes.
A maid, a mattress, or a mule. That's the way all their husbands treat them. Except I'll say JJ. JJ on Bell Collective. He doesn't treat his wife Gucci that way. Let me stop. I'm not calling that.
But his ex-wife is getting crazy. Like anyway. I feel like Carlos knows that problematic marriages bring drama and viewers.
Yes.
So I think that he absolutely understands formulaic approaches, and he is knowing that he's not part of Bravo anymore. He's resorted to a step maybe above just about Jerry Springer shit because he knows that it's like a tried and true approach. I mean, so he's not afraid to exploit some bullshit. Because
I understand that formula that like drama is interesting to a degree, but when it's every couple whose marriage is falling apart or tumbling down the hill, it's just like, oh my goodness. And then especially
it does get depressing for
when
sure.
When you think about just, the Black image, not to go there, but to go there, when you think about the Black image on television, more specifically reality television, like you'd think you'd handle that with more care when you have more power, and it just seems like he's doing the opposite.
I think.
We know.
No, I just want to say, I think he is mirroring that on his family background, and I need somebody from Detroit to spill the tea.
I mean, we all know there's like WeTV has a certain level of reality shows and audience that they're bringing. TLC has a certain audience and level that they're bringing. OWN has a certain level. MTV, VH1, Bravo. Like, we're just looking at the different like segments of the diaspora of reality TV that people are appealing to, right? And the reality is Carlos is potentially broke bougie, right? Drawing off of something that feels familiar because of maybe his own background, but he knows that like exploiting these kind of outrageous, out of fashion, messy marital issues brings viewership. I think when he realized with the Melody and Martell situation, when that blew up the way that it did, like everybody, that got everybody's attention. I was like, oh,
and
shit.
his snake butt knew that marriage was over. He knew about the mistress before he even started filming.
Yeah, but see the thing was, what flipped it was, she actually left.
Right. Well, because the side baby came out. Because then it was like, oh, it was the Wendy, it was the Wendy Williams of it all. If it's like, if there's an actual physical human, I cannot.
Yeah, and let's also keep it a buck. Melody's cool, but I always tell people, oh, honey, 90% of the time, you marry a reflection of you. Melody was a straight biatch. The first season of that show, and we all know if they weren't on TV, she'd still be married to him right now.
That is true. That is true.
I know people down there. I live in Chicago. A lot of people, Huntsville, come to Chicago. I had a man tell me he remembers, and I'm going to say allegedly, when she came up in the hospital where Coleslaw was up there working and cut up. People talk about all of them, and it's just the thing that he knew that drama was gonna make for good television. Now you got the Kimmy and Maurice crap, where he is, to me, he's scarier than Marceau.
Honestly, watching their I don't know if you guys watched their interview on Fox Soul.
Yes.
Talk about male identified. I was just like, Kimmy, girl, stand up. And you're a grown woman acting like this. Well, it's just, she's just so thirsty to have that man. It's like, oh my gosh.
See, that's what happens when you let a man decide to marry you after 7 years and you buy a house with him with no ring. And so you're basically I tell people all the time, men do what you allow.
Yep.
Point blank, period. All those women on that show, those men do those things because they allow it.
Well, birds of a feather. I mean, they were all at a party together. We all remember that faithful trip. But what I find interesting, it's not lost on me that
it scared me.
Christy, oh Lord. Don't lie.
Those are birthing hips if I've ever seen them.
Drone phone.
Yeah. You took it back to girlfriend.
Drone phone. Them big hip markers. I wonder, honestly, I bet you he's upset that Tisha lost weight because now he can't fit in her girdles no more.
Shakira.
Tisha will never leave him.
Did you notice though, right after that Fox Soul interview, there was supposed to be another Love and Marriage where like Maurice doubles down on the whole sex thing, right? It gets even worse on the show, but we haven't seen it because they put it on hiatus again.
That's right.
So now we can't even talk about it because I think they got such a heavy backlash for it. They wanted some stuff to cool down because that interview did not help anything. But apparently, Maurice gets worse on the episodes whenever the hell it's going to air again.
Because they don't like women. And I'm not saying that in a
I know.
gay type of situation.
No.
It goes all the way back to that father who they talk about so great. And I remember they bought their mother a house the first season. I think they're still mad because their mother left their father and they had to stay in a church for a while. I'm like, the father's not a good man if his kids are homeless.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Because they just the way they disrespect women, I'm like, yeah, see, you don't like the fact that your mama broke up the family, because word on the street was she's the one. I think they broke up and got back and broke up and got back, and then she finally did the divorce. So their family was broken up because the way they treat women, that's some deep, ingrained hatred.
The condescending tone that Marceau communicates, with Tisha in, I'm just like, this man truly does not value a woman. This man does not value Tisha as his wife. He thinks that she's stupid. And how you can be with someone who believes that you are an idiot is beyond me.
Well, no, here's the thing. He's an idiot too. Now, of course, they cut it. We're not going to see it till September. When he tried to
September
talk about,
is when they're coming back.
Yeah.
Sorry, these breaks are killing me.
He tried to shade Courtney when Courtney was like, "You don't respect women," and he said, "Well, you make women products," and I'm sitting here like, and Courtney is a multi-millionaire.
Oh yes, I think.
Oh yes. You say that to the most successful man in the group. Get out of here, fool.
A lot of so I'm sitting here like, so Calvin Klein.
I like Stormy and Courtney. I like Stormy.
A lot of men make women's products
because they have a business that's selling. Do they have a deal with Walmart or something?
Her products are everywhere. Like they're in CVS.
85% women.
Thank you, Alex. But does that make you less of a man?
I would consider this a product for women. So yeah, I'm proud.
Yeah,
y'all
is the best man that's tapped into a successful market.
Show out. We have a ball. You're supportive in the comments. Yes, I love making products for women.
See, what happened was what Tisha doesn't understand is, and I've learned this even from my male friends. You have some men, when they decide to get married, they pick a certain type.
Oh, yes, they do.
When she said their first date was at Home Depot, and she had just graduated college, because she said she had planned to move someplace, and he got her pregnant. Because I'm not going to say she got pregnant. He got her pregnant. So they got married when she was 4 months pregnant, but of course he's going to marry her because he has to make it look good to the public. He married her because he knew she's not going anywhere. See, Tisha makes all these threats. I would be highly surprised because she talks about, when if you do this and I'll leave and I'll take this, and I'm sitting here like, you are the reason y'all even have Schultz. Although you are a double minority. I used to work in the construction contracting business. She is a double minority. Everything is in her name. And this idiot let this Negro boot her out of her own office. How stupid can you be?
A mess. And it's not like she has a mother that can advise her. Because when you look at the mother, it's even more embarrassing.
No.
Oh my goodness. No, that's the art of the understatement, Lauren. That's what that is.
Other side of the track, under the track.
Wow.
Funky Geneva always talks about the hope and the dream of the slave. Wanda is the nightmare.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh wow.
She is, I'm gonna tell you, she is one of those, like we used to say back in South Carolina. See, she was on a different ship. I was on this ship.
You just said the
She was on that.
different
She
ship.
was on that different. She was on the
That's
different
not the
ship.
good ship lollipop. That's not what that
She was
is.
one of them
It's
low
not.
budgets. Because I can't trust no woman that still got a freeze hairstyle in 2020. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
And on that note, this has been a fabulous open forum. We've been on for an hour and 10 minutes. I was honestly thinking we was just going to do a quick 45, but we have covered so much. I want to thank y'all for joining me. This has been absolutely fabulous. And I will see you all soon for the next open forum. And next time, don't ever hesitate to shimmy on in. We love all opinions here on the open forum. So good night.
Nice meeting you, Lauren.
Nice meeting you all. Bye.
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 Bye, y'all.